we are not stuck with these people. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. It is paperwork. It's something, it's a commitment you make to someone. But if you feel like you're not getting anything from that commitment and you're trying, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that was a mouthful. And I just put like a little segment up. So do watch the entire video that Mia posted. I think it's really important to just feel your own visceral response to that. And hopefully, you know, we align here, because I think it's pretty shocking and abhorrent to have this attitude towards marriage. Now, I'm not trying to judge her as a person. I'm judging the attitude and the behavior that I'm witnessing here, because it doesn't add up. It doesn't align. If you are going to get married, you should not have this attitude towards marriage. If you have an attitude towards marriage that's very cavalier and almost callous and contemptuous, right? Like you can just leave it at any moment when it gets tough, when your needs aren't getting met or whatever, and you can just go on to the next person and get remarried. Don't get married. Just have a life partnership, just have a boyfriend, and carry on about your business. Marriage is not just paperwork. What do you think that paperwork signifies? That part is obviously the logistical side of getting married, but the actual marriage mindset goes much deeper. And a lot of people are lacking that marriage mindset because we've kind of been brainwashed to have this attitude of immediate gratification and this individualistic perspective that it's all about me, and it's about, feeling pleasure and feeling romance and all of those, positive feelings that come with being in love, but not the tough stuff. Marriage is about commitment and service and loyalty and contributing to a shared purpose together, building something that is bigger than two individuals, because that marriage is an entity in and of itself, right? And so the biggest lesson that I can share with you as the vetting specialist, as a retired marriage and family therapist, and as someone who was married and divorced in the past and is now corrected all of those misgivings that I had in order to create a healthy life and perspective about relationships and myself, you have to clarify these things way before you get to the point where you're going to get married. So the vetting system allows you to make sure that you are aligned and compatible with your partner. So it's not just about chemistry, it's not just about connection, but those two things are important, right? You have to have desire and you have to have that secure attachment, that love for each other. But love is not just a feeling, it is a verb. And I just recently made a list of like 30 ways that you should show your love in a healthy marriage-minded relationship. And this is so important to recognize that, of course, it's going to be a wonderful benefit to be married. It's going to feel great most of the time, but it's going to require you to do some work. It's going to take some effort, right? Like you can't just be complacent in a marriage and expect it to work or last a lifetime. So in order to vet for the correct person or a correct person for you to marry, you have to establish that compatibility, those shared values, shared goals, shared lifestyles. Make sure that you are on par intellectually, emotional, like intelligence-wise, emotional maturity, that you're both showing up for each other, willing and able to demonstrate that you're committed to each other. And then once you can see each other's dark side, your shadow stuff and your stress languages, how you respond when you're feeling overwhelmed or distressed, when the fan, right? What happens? And do you work together well as a team? Those things are really important. So I encourage people to give it at least a minimum of 2 years from the beginning to proposal or wedding to ensure that you make a good team together. And that once you actually make a decision to get married, this is for life. You're not going to have that cavalier attitude about it. In the back of your mind, even if it's not conscious, you need to suss that out and make sure that you are willing to stick it out no matter what. Even if I don't like the person anymore, if the person and I start to clash, you're going to work it out, that you're both going to be committed to working it out. If you both cannot commit to that, don't get married. This is a very important point. So I hope that was helpful for you. If you're interested in learning more about the vetting system, feel free to put a comment below or click the link in my bio and it will take you to my book on how to use the vetting system online to vet for your future spouse, or just my free guide that will go over the summary of the vetting system. Check that out. It was a pleasure talking with you, and stick around for more. Ciao.